Hey everyone, hello. Let me go ahead and put my Instagram on here. Okay, why is this not acting all right? What is going on? What is going on with this? Oh, here we go. Instagram was acting up, y'all. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I'm super excited to be here today to really have a conversation with you about how you can really upgrade your future. Let's talk about what that looks like. And everyone's upgrade looks a little different. I want you guys to share this live with at least 5 people. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. My name is Garine, and I'm a global director with a company called Total Life Changes. I've been with this company for 8 years. But prior to that, you're looking at a woman with 2 master's degrees. I was an executive in the government, working 15, 20 years in the government. I'm a licensed therapist. And so I just had a lot going on because I am a mother. I am a woman who went through a divorce, had 2 small children, moved to an entirely new state. How many of you can relate to starting new, starting fresh? Well, that was me. So was it scary? Absolutely. But I knew that I did not want to stay in the same position I was in. I said to myself, divorce means nothing, Garine. You can do it. Being a single mother now means nothing. You can do it. There were women behind you that did it, and there are going to be women after you that did it. And you can keep going. Yes, Dominica, listen. We do not stop because things don't look the way that they need to look in our eyes. You've got to figure out a way to make it work for you. So for me, I decided to move to a new state, start fresh. I had 2 degrees, and I'm thinking I'm going to find a job. And I did. Matter of fact, I had an amazing start to my career with my MBA at an amazing company until I was sexually harassed to the point where I turned down the vice president's advances. The next day, they said, we don't want you to come back. Yes, I could have filed a lawsuit, but I was in my late 20s. I had just moved here, and I said, I got to take care of my children. I don't have time to be dealing with this. I just need a job. And it's just funny how sometimes we let things slide because we're just, we don't want to ruffle feathers. We want to take care of ourselves. And that was me. When I look back, I thought, oh my gosh. And it's funny, I would say about 5 years later, I got a call from another woman from that company and said, they're getting ready to do a lawsuit. And did I want to join the class action? And I still was like, listen, I'm good. I don't want to deal with this. Fast forward, I was out of work for 6 months. 6 months. I had just purchased my new home. I had just moved here, purchased a new home. I was so excited. I purchased my home by myself with my kids, right? So being out of work for 6 months, I couldn't pay the mortgage. Guys, can I tell you, I was in the process of foreclosure. And when I look back to now, I still have that house. I have a tenant in that house. And I'm just grateful that things didn't turn out the way they could have, right? And this is what I tell my clients all the time. And I'm going to say this to you. This is some of the things that I tell my clients. You've got to start saying to yourself, everything always works out for me. Because at the end of the day, I'm a Christian. Everything always works out. God always finds a way. And so sometimes when we're in the middle of things, we just don't know what the answer is. God has an answer. But we're not going to go there. So I still have my house, right? So I ended up finding a job. I worked my way up, and that's how I became a deputy director in the juvenile justice system. Now, if you know me, I am a go-getter. I'm going to find a way to make things happen. Like, I'm going to make sure my kids go without. You understand what I'm saying? So I got this big job. Yes, Karen, I got this big job. Listen, I'm working 60 plus hours a week. I was the deputy director of the juvenile justice system in Washington, D.C. Crime is not a 9-to-5 job. I had 2 phones. And if something was going on, the mayor's office is calling, the chief of police office calling. It was just, but listen, I was proud to say I was working 60 plus hours a week. Plus I had 2 kids. Plus I was proud that I was busting my butt working. I don't know if anybody else can relate to this, because I feel like I had something to prove, because people were saying, oh, how'd she get this job? Who did she sleep with to get with this job? The disrespect. And the thing is, I am a grown woman with 2 master's degrees, not 1, but 2. And so I earned the right to be in this position, right? And so I was honored to be called the barracuda in the boardroom. They called me to handle situations, right? So fast forward, I go for a physical. You know, the lady comes in and she takes your vitals before the doctor comes in. Blood pressure through the roof. The doctor comes in and says, I need to take your blood pressure again. Blood pressure through the roof. He said, oh no, you need to go to the ER. And I said, sir, I don't have time to go to the ER. My daughter's getting ready to go to homecoming, and like the ER, I'm not trying to spend the whole day. I wasn't taking it seriously. He said, ma'am, Garine, this is serious. Okay, blood pressure is serious. You're too young for blood pressure. You have got to take it easy. And if your job is causing this level of stress, you need a new job. And I'm thinking, need a new job. Do you know how hard it was for me to get in this job? I need to stay in this job until I retire. This is how we turn toxicity into normalcy. This is how we think that because we're handling pressure that it's okay. Your body is not meant to handle all of these pressures. Your body is meant for you to take care of you. Your body is meant to last a lifetime, right? But we put the wrong things in our bodies, stress, toxins in our bodies. We're not taking care of ourselves, which leads us down to another path. And so when the doctor said you need to find a new job, I'm thinking, whew, it's a job finding a new job. I'm thinking I can handle this. My father died from a stroke. And that's when I said, I have got to make some changes. So fast forward, I go to a networking event and I met a woman named Natalie Nicole Smith. Natalie this was 8 years ago. So Natalie was in her late 20s, and I met her. We started doing business together. She had a nonprofit, and I thought I needed someone to help me with these young girls in the juvenile justice system, because we didn't have a lot of programming for them. My mission as a deputy director is to reduce recidivism. I did not want these young people elevating into the adult system. So I bring her in, I give her a contract, boom, we're working together. I happened to mention to her what was going on with my health, and she said, and this is where I want you to take notes. She said, have you ever done a cleanse? A cleanse. The first thing that came to mind is like, go to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom, right? And she said, Garine, you've got to be able to do a cleanse to remove toxins from your body. It helps your body to start rejuvenating. And I thought, okay, so this is a watermelon flavor. This is lemonade. 8 years ago, we didn't have flavors. So I just want to point that out to you. Natalie goes in her purse and she gives me 10 of these. She says, I want you to drink this twice a day. She sampled 10 packets to me and told me to drink it twice a day. She said, take one, put it in. I'm just drinking my watermelon. This is what's left of it. I lost 6 pounds in the first 5 days. I was drinking it twice a day. So one time at work, and then by the time I got home, dinner, bedtime, I was drinking another. I'd wake up in the morning and I'd relieve myself. And guys, when I tell you the experience, right? Now, again, I was regular, but I just felt lighter. I lost 6 pounds the first 5 days. I went back to her and I said, I want more of whatever you gave me. Mind you, this isn't even the flavored one. The flavored ones are fabulous. Okay. So I lost 5 pounds again. So 6 pounds and 5 pounds, 11 pounds in 2 weeks. Where are they doing that? So I said, okay, I don't know what that is, but I need more of it. Again, I'm working 60 plus hours a week. I'm not working out, and I'm Haitian. So I'm eating rice and beans. I'm eating Caribbean food, right? I need to paint the picture for you, because I couldn't comprehend, how am I losing 11 pounds in 2 weeks and I'm not working out? But that just goes to show you what's in our body. It increases your weight as well. So then she said, Garine, you've got to be able to put nutrients back into your body if you are cleansing. She said, I want you to try the NutriBurst. And I said, well, what's the NutriBurst? NutriBurst is a liquid vitamin. It is the #1 liquid vitamin out there. Why? Well, the fact that it's liquid. It is a 98% absorption rate. Why is that important? Because if you're taking a pill or a gummy, your body has to break it down, and you're only getting about 45, 50, even not even 50% of the reason why you're taking the vitamin. And so here you go, you have something that has 72 minerals, 72 vitamins. It's just amazing. But this is where I got excited. When I was at that physical 8 years ago, I'm 53 now. The doctor said your vitamin D is low, your iron is low. I want you to take a vitamin, plus I'm going to prescribe you, I don't know how many milligrams of vitamin D, and then I want you to take the iron. Guys, when you take an iron pill, it constipates you. Did you know that African American women have an increased number of low vitamin D deficiency? Guys, so you're telling me to take a vitamin, plus you're going to prescribe me vitamin D, plus I need to take iron pills? This was a win-win. This was a no-brainer for me. So I said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and take the NutriBurst. Guys, can I tell you, I am not taking any other vitamin. All I do is take the NutriBurst. And plus, I travel with my NutriBurst. I just came from North Carolina. And listen, do I have any more in my purse? My daughter took my, she took all the NutriBurst that I had because she was running out. We have the travel pack. And yeah, she cleaned me out. She cleaned out my purse. Anybody else have a child that just be in your stuff? Clean me out. So I have the travel pack, okay? And I could take it with me when I travel. I keep this in the refrigerator. I stay with NutriBurst. So when I travel, I take it. I have the energy to do what I need to do. Now, next thing I do, you are going to love it. Energy. I'm working 60 plus hours a week. My kids are in sports. They are, volleyball, basketball, AAU, just NRG. Stop drinking Celsius. Stop drinking Red Bull. Take the NRG. The NRG, number one, it curbs your appetite. You burn 300 calories. And here's why I love this so much. There's an ingredient in here called 5-HTP. If you look it up, 5-HTP is an ingredient. It literally is formulated to send happy signals to a part of your brain that helps with mood, that helps with mental clarity and focus, and it gives you energy. And so if you're the person that wakes up and you're moody, take your NRG. If you're the person you're working nights and you need to make sure you're up, take the NRG. Matter of fact, take 2 of them if you need to. And it burns 300 calories. It's a win-win. Right? So as I'm taking all of these products, now my face is slimming down, and I carried most of my weight in my gut. I had a gut. Okay. Staff members are saying, Garine, what are you doing? I said, I'm drinking tea. I'm drinking tea. I'm taking this vitamin. They wanted some. And so I kept sending them to Natalie. And I said, why am I sending everyone to Natalie? Exactly. I'm reading the comments. Why am I sending these? I put 2 and 2 together. I have an MBA. I said, Natalie, how are you making money? Like, I'm sending you people. And she said, the company pays us 5 ways. The company was started by a man named Jack Fallon. Jack Fallon worked on the assembly line at Ford Motors. He decided I need to get with a doctor, and he came up with NutriBurst. Started his business in his garage, in his basement. Here we are 22 years later. He was selling this at the job on the assembly line at Ford. He was selling the NRG. He was then they got the tea, guys. And he said, a lot of these people are working overtime. What if I created a business, a compensation plan where they could just earn even $1,000 extra a month? That's $250 a week. How can I help increase middle-class America with just $1,000 extra a month? And he came up with the business and the compensation plan. We get paid 5 ways in Total Life Changes. The first way we get paid is retail. The company provides us with a website, a state-of-the-art website. We've partnered with Shopify. You log in to my website, you click, you order whatever products that you want, and boom, Garine earns income. I make 50% of the volume of each product. So $20 when you buy a bottle of NutriBurst. I get $20 when you buy a month's supply of tea. I get $20 with NRG. $250 a week. $250 a week. Even if I want to work 5 days a week, that's like 70. Come on, guys. So you think even if I do $20 a day, 5 days a week, that's $100. How much do you need? I started doing the numbers. And so I thought, I know that there are people that need these products in my circle, in other people's circles. And I thought, okay, I can do this. That's called retail, the first way of pay. The company headquarters is in Michigan. They receive the order and they ship it to people all over the world. We ship in over 150 countries. I was sold on that. Number two, second way of pay is when someone decides to join and they want to start their franchise, they need to purchase a kit. Now we're having a promotion. The kit is $20 and you have to purchase whatever product that you want. Okay. Whatever product that you want. Because you decide to purchase, I had to turn the light on. I know it was getting dark, right? Because you decide to join, you have to buy product. The company wants you to be a product of the product. The way I'm telling you my story is because I tried the products. I'm passionate. I stand on these products 8 years later, right? So I purchased the kit and I purchased $300 worth of product. So if you decide you want to join, whoever invited you, if I invited you, whoever invited you to this, right? You're going to purchase a bottle of NutriBurst, let's say, some NRG and some tea. That's $60 for whoever invited you. And that happens. That's called the fast start bonus. You only get that bonus when someone joins your team. Okay. The third way of pay is called the binary. When you have two people that join your team, now you put yourself in position for leadership. I'm a global director, a 7-figure earner in the company. I could not have gotten here if I didn't have at least 2 people join my team. Once 2 people joined my team, the company paid me extra for every product that I sold. I now got paid extra for every product I sold. And then at the end of the week, the company looks at all the volume that I sold, my team sold, and they give you 10 to 25% of that. Guys, it was a no-brainer for me. So what I started doing, I started asking my friends who wanted to lose weight, who needed vitamins. I started telling them about the NutriBurst. Listen, people were ordering. It's to the point now, I have people the other day, someone was traveling. She said, oh my God, I don't have time to order. Do you have products there, Garine? I need the NutriBurst. I'm going away and I need my tea on a cruise. I met her and boom. Matter of fact, let me I can't. It's on this phone. But did I take a screenshot? Anyway, I made $170 in cash. Let me see if I sent the screenshot to my team. I may have deleted it. Let me see. Yeah, I deleted it. The point I'm making is when you have products on hand, that's cash on demand. So when I'm out and about, I not only am I sampling people, because remember, I learned about this company because Natalie gave me 10 of these. So I'm sampling people. I use my discernment, and sometimes I sell samples 5 for $20, right? Because I want people to experience the product. I know that I have something amazing that people need and desire. When people look good, feel good, and are healthy, guys, it is a win-win. People want to look good. People want to feel good. Period. Okay? When I tell you I love these products, I love these products. No one can tell me anything about these products. And so when I decided that I'm going to learn as much as I can about this business, the company has a state-of-the-art training in the back office. We have team trainings. We help coach people. You get out of this what you desire. If you are ready to really upgrade your life, if you are really, see, my upgrade and your upgrade could be 2 totally different things, but the mission still remains the same. We want to help as many people as possible to be healthy, wealthy, and to you have the power to create the future that you want, but you've got to take this first step. You got to step out of your comfort zone. Okay? You can't be like everybody else. You can't do like everybody else. This business. So yes, I earn 7 figures. Yes, I've launched multiple different businesses. I told you I'm a therapist. I have a whole therapeutic coaching program. I'm helping people who are suffering in the workplace. Okay. And they pay me to help them, being able to handle microaggressions at work. And when I'm talking to them and they're telling me they need energy, guess what? My clients purchase NRG. My clients purchase NutriBurst because I know what it can do for them. They're too tired in the morning. They're not doing any present. They're miserable at work. They're miserable in their relationship. And so what I've done is I've incorporated my product into the mental health business because people want to look good, people want to feel good, and people want to be healthy. That's it. So you have to make a decision. How am I going to upgrade my life? I'm just getting started at 53. I'm just getting started at 53. I'm telling you, put yourself in the right environment, meet the right people, meet the people that's your tribe that you can help. Okay. And then guys, be a testimony about what the products have done for you. Be a product of the product. Did you take your products today? Did you take your NutriBurst today? Are you telling the people about the products that you're using? I'm passionate about my work. I'm passionate about total life changes. I'm super excited about the new member on my team. Hello, Miss Dominica. I see you, right? She's ready for her transformation, right? You cannot allow your current circumstances to determine what your future is going to look like. Your current circumstances should empower you to do what you need to do to change what your future looks like. Drop some fire in the chat if you can relate to that. We're not making any more excuses. And if you were on my training last week, my training that I'm doing with my team, one of the things I told them to read is read the book, No Excuses by Brian Tracy. We're not making no excuses. We're not making any excuses. We're going after every single thing because you deserve greatness. You deserve the best. At the end of the day, you are responsible for what your future looks like. What does your future look like? I need you to write it down. I need you to get excited. And I want you to use Total Life Changes as the means to get you where you need to go. And that's enough for me from tonight because I will go on. My name is Garine Dalce. I am a global director with Total Life Changes. And I want you to take action today. I want you to get back to the person that invited you and tell them you want the product. I want you to get back to them and say, you know what? I'm ready to launch my business. When I'm not fearful anymore. I'm taking action. I'm kicking fear out the door and I'm moving forward. And that's it for tonight. I appreciate you for listening to me. I want you to share this live with somebody that probably wasn't able to get on and let them say, I want whatever she's on. I will be 54 next month. 54. I feel like I was just telling y'all that last year. Honey, we got things to do. We got moves to make. Period. Get your products. Get back to the person that invited you. Go in their DMs, whoever, join my team, their team, whoever. Let's make it happen and let's grow. Have a wonderful evening. I'm super excited about your yes. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Bye-bye.